destroyed mine! Tear them apart! Focus some attacks on the Lower East Side!
No problem. Those hipsters won't know what hit them.
Turn those buildings into rubble! Yes, madam!
Some so-called heroes pay for this insult.
I want to see the city burn!
You asked the right guy.
Defend the cannons! Aim for Grand Central Station, Shocker!
Sure, boss. That'll shake up the afternoon commute.
Scorcher! Make the sky rain fire!
Now you're going to get my face.
Don't take that from them! Leave none standing!
Back me up over here. Could use a breather.
Need a chance to heal. Got more of the thing for you right here. About what I expected.
Fire at will. Remember, short control first.
More than I bargained for. Who let Americans in here? Nice try, bro.
Cannons are hitting the city! Wreck them!
expect?
If it were only that simple. I am no longer human, as you can see. Fury ripped that from me 1 year ago today. Now I am a bomb. Nothing more, nothing less. A bomb that will kill millions. And you just lit the fuse.
Wasn't supposed to hurt like this.
Bumbling fool!
Manhattan continues to reel after tonight's devastating terror attack. Inside sources are indicating that the terrorists may have been from Latveria. Furthermore, they claim last night's attack was in direct retaliation for a secret, unsanctioned shield assault on Castle Doom exactly 1 year ago. SHIELD Director Nicholas Fury, now wanted for questioning in connection with these claims, has disappeared. In his absence, Commander Maria Hill has been named Acting Director of SHIELD. Superheroes potentially linked to the Latverian mission have refused to comment, leaving the rest of us to wonder why this horrible tragedy had to happen.
You hear what they're saying about that mission in Latveria?
Calling me shocked, Steve. I have suspected you weren't sanctioned.
You have suspected? Nice of you to say so at the time.
Given a choice between Fury and the government, who are you gonna trust?
Tough call. That's why I didn't even ask you to make it. So, thanks to you, all this is on our hands. No, not on yours.
The evidence is right here, sir. We're under attack.
Colonel Fury, since Dr. Doom's death, Lucia von Bardas has bent over backwards to mend the ties between America and Latveria. We got her elected. This year alone, we lent her country $72 million in aid.
Yes, sir. And it hurts to imagine what she's done with that money, knowing what we now know.
Thank you, Colonel.
I have a recommended response scenario for the
That won't be necessary.
Sir, if I may, this situation is sure to escalate.
We have a pleasant relationship with Lucia. We'll handle things diplomatically.
I kept you in the dark so that if something like this ever happened, your consciences would be clear. It's on me.
And I'm taking the fall for this one.
You got that right.
Damn it, Stark. You think these things grow on trees?
I'm sure you've got plenty of backups, old man. You always do.
Enjoy your exile, Fury. Wherever you are. You'll just stay here and keep picking up the pieces.
What a mess this is turning out to be. When you're ready, we can plan our next move at the briefing station.
Quinjet repair crew members, please report to the landing pad. Maintenance crew, please report to Mr. Stark's penthouse.
Hello. Reformed supervillains, yes. We Thunderbolts have worked hard to change people's minds about us, but apparently, we've got a ways to go. I'd like to think so. I realize it's a delicate time, but I had some things I needed to follow up with here. Understood. I don't want to cause any trouble. See you around, I guess.
The President will address the nation at 8 p.m. tonight, reportedly to push for superhuman-related tort reform. In Washington, officials continue to debate the appropriate response to the Latverian.
I don't know about you, but I'm updating my resume.
Hey there.
Claiming the strike on American soil was conducted without its knowledge.
I'm fine, thanks. I can take quite a bit of punishment, but, I was glad to have some help show up when it did. Shocker hit me from behind at close range. It was enough to knock me out for a bit. Sure did. I'm glad I wasn't part of that Latverian strike a year ago. What a mess that started.
Does he ever? At some point, we need to take responsibility for our own actions. Okay, I have to get going now. See you later.
Please note that due to increased security measures, no one will be admitted into the building without their valid ID badge. No exceptions.
Mr. President.
Commander Hill, or should I say, Director Hill?
Our worst fears seem to be coming to pass. Congress is debating a new bill, the Superhuman Registration Act. It would require all heroes to register with the government, whether they want to or not.
Which would mean the politicians get to tell us who the bad guys are. We need to make sure this thing doesn't happen.
To that end, we're heading down to Washington. I've been offered a chance to testify before a congressional subcommittee.
And I'm going to rally the people down there. We need to get a grassroots resistance movement going before the SRA can gain any momentum.
We want you to come along in case there's any trouble. We've got a Quinjet waiting to fly us down there. Let's go. We're coming up on DC, team, but the situation has radically changed during our flight, and not for the better. The city just came under attack by an unknown terrorist force. We're going to coordinate defense efforts with S.H.I.E.L.D. Buckle up, and be ready for anything.
This is S.H.I.E.L.D. Lieutenant Farrell. We've got some of the senators prepped for evac for the Zone Suhan to lift off. Eliminate the enemy forces in the area so we can get those people out. I can take them out. Finally, for backup. Eliminate those terrorists! We need to get the senators to safety! Who against us?
Surprise! I ain't.
This zone's secure. We'll get the choppers out. You should proceed down the hill. Head them off before they can hit us again.
sure took your sweet time getting down here. Now let me guess. This whole thing another Latverian counterattack? Like in New York? You heroes stepping it again? Great. Well, why don't you head over to the mall? I'm sure someone over there could use your help.
Approaching landing zone, ETA. Incoming Sam, drone line. We're hit. Turn down. Hang on. Daryl here. We made it. We're under attack. We're stiff.
Shouldn't have jumped a gun like that. That rocket came from the southeast. We need to take out whoever fired it before we can bring anyone else in. Those must be the guys who shot down our chopper. Take them out! Now!
What to expect? Me going berserker.
my vacation. And you, dumb as nails shield clones. I saw what you did to those cherry blossoms back there. You think those things grow on trees? And you think it makes me less of a man if I came here for the Cherry Blossom Festival, huh? You're laughing with your eyes! I can see it! Fine! Time for a little boss battle, suckers! What to expect?
Shall I call down the lightning?
Now we show them! Are you guys letting me win? One side.
They didn't send enough.
Ouch! I knew I should have sprung for the health meter enlargement I saw in that email. You're probably trying to clear out these terrorists, huh? Can I join the party? Good point. Wait! We can join our powers! It'll be some sort of, what's the word? Unification or combination, something like that. You get the idea.
All clear, Commander.
I'll take things from here. Titanium Man seems to be behind all this. He just made off with some senators and took them underground. We'll cover the Capitol. You get down to the subway and pursue that tin-plated Russian and his pals. Sorry, I didn't have time to say pretty please with sugar on top. Now will you get going?
Come on, that way, the subway! Hey, when we see Titanium Man, let's try to get him to say moose and squirrel. If I were a supersized Russian bad guy, I'd head for some American chow. This way, to the food court.
Thanks. That big guy dragged Senator Lieber and the others toward Union Station. Keep going this way.
Gotta scrape you off my shoe. Too easy.
Say what you want about Titanium Man. At least the trains are still running on time.
Da, Americans. Your precious representative is safe. For now. Do you have the courage to save him? Let us see.
Now he's gone too far. Nobody attacks America's food courts! Sure, take a nap. Why not? Anyone mind if I gloat? Oh, before my Supervillains, huh? Always in the last place you look. Can we stop for a cool, refreshing beverage? Cashing product placement checks works up a mean nerves. visit our scenic national parking garage.
Scary as a stage run!
You got off easy. How's that dirt taste? Nice grip. Gotta scrape you off my shoe. Remember that for next time. We will bury you!
Let's try to escape with our elected representative. Get your own, buddy!
Too easy. Take your brave and corrupt leaders back. I have no use for them now. What a pathetic display. Follow me, heroes, if you dare!
Senator Lever from New York State. Good to meet you. You've done us a great service. You heroes are okay in my book. Maybe we should put this registration business on hold. What can I say? I've always been a friend to superheroes. Well, best of luck trying to catch...
Americans, your deaths are waiting. Here, You are once again a nation divided. Only this time, you will fall! With a little help, if necessary. Your democratic ideals will be your undoing once your own people turn against you. That easy. До свидания.
Keep attacking. Disrupt is cloaking. Cloaking field is down. Get him.
These mini-sentry guns will give you something new to think about. This will be the coldest war of all. The Registration Act will be passed by your cowardly leaders. And you will become criminals!
or we will take you out!
Look at you! Weak and tired! When this is done, no one will ever trust you heroes again. You think you've won, but you haven't. You'll soon see. You have already lost everything.
And so, to answer your question, Mr. Senator, in spite of these recent events, I don't believe forcing superheroes to register with the government is the answer. This law would split the hero community right down the middle, with consequences I'm not sure any of us want to ponder.
Was that really your best shot?
Sneaking around doesn't become you, Steve.
Maybe I'll need the practice. Maybe we all will.
Don't be so melodramatic. This whole thing would affect you least of all. You're already deputized.
You almost sound like you agree with them. This Registration Act would tear down everything we've done, destroy a century-old tradition of...
I'm trying to save it, Steve. As much of it as I can, anyway. Don't you see where this is headed? All it's going to take is one more slip-up by anyone in a cape, and we'll be lucky if registration is the worst they do. They could just turn us all into criminals. Hunt us all down.
No, they won't, Tony. Not in my country.
Now return to our special live episode of The New Warriors, coming to you straight from Stamford, Connecticut, where the Warriors have just been spotted by their supervillain quarry. Looks like it's on.
I've got Cold Heart, you guys. Hey, somebody snag Nitro. He's rabbiting.
Don't worry, Speedball. I'm on it.